What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video, and today I'm going to be doing a tier list again. But this time it's a tier list of my favorite anime, period. Not just anime, show, period. One Piece. Now I'm gonna be ranking all the One Piece arcs today. You know what? Stuff the intro. Let's just get into the video right now. Let's just dive into the video right now. But seriously, before we start, I want you guys to know one thing. This is One Piece we are ranking, right? So a C tier for One Piece is basically like a B or an A tier for like a different show. Okay? Let's get that out of the way. Okay? And let's just start the video right now. Easy. Alright. We've got the tier list right here. Let's just get straight into the video. Starting off with Romance Dawn. I'm pretty sure Romance Dawn is from the start until Luffy recorded Zoro. So yeah, I reckon it was a solid start. I reckon Romance Dawn was a B tier start. Yeah, I reckon it was B tier. It was pretty good. Next we've got Orange Town. That's where Luffy encountered Buggy and all that stuff. I like that as well. It was pretty good, but it's not as good as Romance Dawn. I'm gonna put a C tier. It's just, I don't know. Some of the fights were like a little drag, but the overall story was good. Like One Piece, let's get one thing straight. One Piece has continuous good story. It's just I'm just nitpicking like small things. Okay, next, Syrup Village. That's when he recruited Usopp. So this is when we got introduced to Usopp as the liar and all that stuff. And we also got the guy with the weird sword fingers as the villain. It was good as well, but I just think it's same thing with Syrup Island. It's just not really up there. You know what I mean? It was good, but yeah, that's all I have to say. It was good, but it was just not up there. Now, Barati was pretty solid. That's when we saw Sanji, and then also Zoro vs Mihawk. The first. We saw Mihawk being like the first warlord in One Piece. Just for that, even Sanji's character, I reckon Sanji was a perfect introduction. Just for that, I'm gonna put that in B tier. I'm gonna put that above Romance Dawn actually. I reckon Barati was solid, really solid. Next, Aolong Park. Aolong Park is going to be our first A tier entry. Aolong Park was amazing. I'm a big fan of Aolong Park. Aolong as a villain was pretty good. And then the main highlight for me in Aolong Park was Nami's backstory. Nami's backstory was really, really deep. That's like the first time we saw how deep One Piece gets into, and also that's how we know One Piece is also not a kid's show. Locktown was a good arc as well. Locktown we got introduced to Smoker and then Dragon as well for a bit, but no one knew who Dragon was back then. But overall it was a good, solid arc. Luffy's execution was like a highlight moment for me in that arc, so it was really good. I reckon it's an A tier arc as well. I think Aolong Park is a little better. Buggy's Cruise Adventure. What was this? Is this when Buggy met the guy with the green afro? Because if it is, I'm gonna put that in D. I did not like that at all. It was like one episode, I remember. Can someone please clarify that for me? Because if it's that one episode, then I actually did not like it at all. That's like one of the weakest in One Piece. Then we've got Laboon, Reserve Mountain. Laboon is when we first got introduced to Vivi, and that's about it. I can't remember much happening there. It's just Laboon, and then we also got introduced to Crocus, one of Roger's men. But we obviously didn't know back then. It was, I can't remember, just because I can't remember much, I'm gonna put it in the C. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in C. Yeah, I actually cannot remember much from the Laboon arc. Whiskey Peak, we got to see Zoro beat like 100, was it 100 men? Diary of Kobe Meppo. If this is when Kobe and Hello Mempo was training with Garp, I reckon it's a C. I reckon it's way better than Buggy's Cruise Adventure. It's a C tier. I don't know if it's an arc or an episode. I don't know why this is here. No, we'll just put it in C. Little Garden. Isn't that when we met Broggy and Droggy? That's when we were Mr. 3 with that, yeah. And oh, I remember. And then Zoro, he got what's it called, candled or candled? Is that even a word? So yeah, he got like basically statued. How do you describe it or whatever? It was good. It was solid, but I don't think it's a B tier as well. I think it's also a C tier arc. But I'm gonna say this is better than all of these. I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it right there. Drum Island. Yo, Drum Island is one of the most slept on arcs in One Piece. Drum Island, oh my, the only weak point Drum Island had was the villain. What's his name again? Oh, what's his name again? The guy with the castle devil fruit. I mean, I don't even know, but you know, but I just did not like the villain in Drum Island. But Drum Island, like Chopper's backstory was gold. Chopper's backstory was really, really sad. And then Luffy, there's one moment when Luffy was carrying Sanji and Nami up all the way to the doctor's place. That was a really touching moment as well. Yeah, Drum Island was really is a really underrated arc. So just for that, damn, do I want to put an A? I like it better than Baratian Rome, so I have to put an A. I don't know. I think Drum Island is a really underrated arc, so I'm gonna put it in A. Alabaster. Alabaster was a good arc actually. If I think about it now, we got the introduction of Ace, we got the introduction of Crocodile, the second warlord, and also Luffy's first defeat. So we saw a lot of character development from Luffy in that arc. A lot has happened. We saw the corruption behind. This is like the first time we actually saw like proper corruption in One Piece. You know what I mean? Crocodile obviously wanted to be king of Alabaster. That didn't happen. Luffy saved the day. And yeah, we also saw Sanji being Mr. Prince when he saved everyone from the cages and stuff. It was a good arc. Just for that, I'm gonna put it in A as well. Alabaster was a solid arc. Now Jaya. Yo, Jaya was actually really good. It was a really good arc as well. Like, we had Bellamy. We also got introduced to Blackbeard, and yeah, when Luffy one-shotted Bellamy, that was a crazy moment. Yeah, Jaya is a B tier. Is a B tier arc. Skypiea is one of the most underrated arcs in One Piece. It is hands down the funniest arc. Bro, Sky Island is funny as hell. And even Enel is a really solid boss. Yeah, Skypiea is a B, I would say. It's not A, but it's really... I'm gonna put it at top of the B tier. I love Skypiea. Long Ride Island, yo, I'm shocked that this arc is not a filler. I thought it was filler the whole time. Like, I just don't understand this arc. It was just boring and pointless. Just for that, I'm gonna put it in D. I just don't know why this is even here, to be honest. I'm actually shocked it's canon. But yeah, let's just skip it. Water 7. Water 7 was solid. A tier, easy A tier. Water 7, we saw, what did we see? We saw Lucci and all that stuff. Lucci being one of the CP7 members. And then we saw Robin as well. Robin going away from the Straw Hats. That was pretty bad. And then one thing I love about Water 7 was just the whole world in Water 7. How they based it off from this place called Italy. I forgot what that place is called, but how there's like water everywhere. I loved the world in Water 7. And next up, Enies Lobby is going to be our first S+ entry. Yo, Enies Lobby probably is my favorite arc in whole One Piece. Enies Lobby was so good. We got to see Spandam, yeah, the leader of CP7. Bro, he was so annoying. Like, but through him we could see how corrupt the Navy was. And then we got to see Buster 7. Was Robin's past from Enies Lobby? I think it was, because Robin's past was a really sad past. It was really good. And yeah, we got to see how the town Robin lived in, all the what do you call those guys who's study history or whatever. Yeah, so all of them were like learning the ancient language of whatever, and then once they found out, they killed all of them. That was messed up. And then obviously we know the Buster called all that stuff. And okay, let's just talk. Okay, put that aside because Brainless Love is amazing. I could talk about it for a long time, but let's talk about Luffy versus Lucci. That was, you could argue that's the best fight in all of One Piece till today. You could argue Luffy versus Lucci was incredible, especially from Luffy. Yo, whoa, hold up. The introduction of Gear Second was hype. When Luffy versus Bluno, and then he went Gear Second, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Bro, when he saw that steam coming, I'm like, bro, this is insane. And then when he went Gear Third as well, bro, Luffy had a crazy power up that arc. Even with the power up, he was still like kind of struggling against Lucci. In my opinion, Luffy, that was like one of Luffy's hardest fights. Lucci could have killed him at the end, but Usopp kind of helped at the end when he screamed or whatever. But yo, Luffy's character development in the arc was incredible. Even Zoro and Kaku had a really good fight, and then Sanji and Jabra, we saw Diablo Jumble for the first time as well, and then Zoro with that. We never seen that Ashura form again. Damn, that was an amazing arc. And the Sunny, yo, not the Sunny, the Going Mary when she came back and then she had to get burnt off. That was so sad. Man, this arc is just amazing, bro. Hands down, one of the best arcs in anime history. I said it, man. One of the best. Easy S+. Oh my days. Thriller Bark. This is a very controversial arc. Because look, 80% of Thriller Bark is like C tier. But at the end, when Kuma came in, you know what I'm talking about, yeah? Nothing happened. When Kuma and Zoro faced off, those episodes, you could argue is like S to S+. Just for that, I'm gonna put Thriller Bark in B. Like, I'm saying most of Thriller Bark is C, cause bro, Gecko Moria was just not as hyped up as the other warlords. You know, and Mihawk and Crocodile were a lot more intimidating, and they seemed a lot stronger. But Moria is strong, don't get me wrong. He had problems with Kaido back then, but still, like Thriller Bark, it was good. Like I said, if you're in C tier, you're still a really solid arc. But just for that last few episodes, when Kuma came in, it has to be B tier. Just for that, I'm gonna put in B tier. Sabaodi, I'm not even going to try to pronounce these parts, but Sabaodi is going to be our first S tier arc. Yo, I love Sabaodi. Sabaodi is when we first got introduced to Rayleigh. I remember when I first saw Kid's bounty, I'm like, yo, there's someone actually higher than Luffy's bounty. That was hype. And yo, Sabaodi is the first time we actually saw how corrupt the government is through the Celestial Dragons. How, yeah, bro, the way they were was just disgusting. Like, they had slaves being their horses for the carriages. That was bad. I remember one guy wanted to marry someone, but then her husband or whatever, she's like, no, don't, then boom, just shot him straight away. And then another part was Hachan. Hachan was a big part. Through Hachan, we saw racism in One Piece, how normal people and fishman people, they just see each other so differently. And I just want to bring up one point from Fishman Island. I just want to bring up something from Fishman Island, because there's one point in Fishman Island where we saw Jinbei and Luffy exchanging blood, and that proves like like in the inside world, the same stuff like that. But through Sabaodi, we just saw like proper racism. Like when Hachan's disguise was taken off, everyone's like, oh, this disgusting fish, whatever, stuff like that. And let's talk about Luffy's punch. Let's talk about Luffy's punch when he punched the annoying Celestial Dragon. Yo, that was so satisfying. Even though that caused so much problem, that was so satisfying. And speaking of problem, Kizaru absolutely destroyed all of the supernovas. Bro, that guy was strong. Kizaru is so slept on. That guy is OP. And then obviously at the end, Kuma. Yikes, Kuma just decimated all of the Straw Hats, even though it was like planned. Still, we just saw how OP Kuma is. It was Kuma versus the whole Straw Hat. Bro, Sabaodi was the first time we saw how much bigger the world is, like how much stronger Luffy and his crew needed to get. They were no match for Kuma. And yeah, at the end it was just really sad when Luffy lost everyone. Damn, I talked a lot about Sabaodi. I'm thinking of putting it up in S+. But no, I just can't. But S tier is still amazing. Look, here's the thing. S tier is like above 9. S+ is above a 9.5. So there's the idea. Next, Amazon Lily. Amazon Lily was a really, really good arc as well. It was all about Luffy. That's the first time he got isolated from his crew. And that's the first time we saw him use Konkazaki actually. We met Boa Hancock and the sisters and all that stuff, and then Luffy finding out Ace, he's about how Ace is in prison and all that stuff. It was so Amazon Lily is solid. I'm gonna put it 8 here. I liked Amazon Lily a lot. The Straw Hat separation serial, like, here's the thing, it was good, but then I was kind of more interested in Luffy getting to impel down. You know what I mean? Like at the start of every episode, there was Luffy and Hancock just doing their thing, and I'm like, bro, just get to impel down already. And then they would go to what the other Straw Hats are doing. Like, it's good, but I really wanted to know what would happen in impel down. So it was solid. I'm just gonna put it in C. Yeah, it was fun. Now, speaking of impel down was an amazing arc. Yo, Bon Clay, MVP of this arc. Bon Clay, though, at the end, how he sacrificed. Yo, is he still dead or alive? I'm not sure. How he gave away everything so everyone could escape. That was very touching. We also saw Magellan, how OP Magellan is, and then Shiryu as well, how he joined Blackbeard's crew. Yo, Blackbeard was a shock as well when he came to Impel Down and recruited all of the OP prisoners or whatever. And then we also saw Ivankov, how Ivankov was a really good entry to the anime as well. So just for that, I'm gonna put it on top of the A tier. Impel Down is hands down a solid arc. Marineford seems to be everyone's favorite arc, and I couldn't disagree. Marineford is amazing. Easy S+, like, yo, it's Marineford. Marineford was when we saw Whitebeard and his crew. When we saw a Yonko in action for the first time. Not for the first time, we saw Whitebeard and Shank basically clash, but still, that was okay. We saw all of the warlords, we saw all of the admirals, the Whitebeard pirates, the Luffy as well. There's so much to talk about. I don't know what to talk about today. Let's just talk about it at the end, because there's so much stuff happened. Okay, let's talk about this. Luffy's Conqueror's Arc. That was an amazing moment. I loved that moment. And then Luffy facing off against the 3 admirals. That was also an epic moment. What else happened? Ace. Yeah, Ace. That was really sad. I remember I got spoiled. That sucks, but I still was bawling out. I was so sad. Cause Ace, yo, I'm still pissed off that he got bloody manipulated by Akainu, you know? Speaking of Akainu, that guy's OP. That guy just won't die. Bro, Whitebeard, even after Whitebeard smashed him, this guy came back out of nowhere. Yo, and when he came back, Shanks, that was... I think that's why a lot of people just like Shanks, just because of that moment when he just came and stopped the war. A lot of people love Shanks just because of that moment. Yo, I don't know what to talk about Marineford. Marineford, so many shit happened. I just don't know which one to talk about. So all I'm gonna say is Marineford is an S+ arc, and there is no argument to that. Done, finished. Post 4. Is that the 3-day 2-year? Luffy, yeah, Luffy Sabo Ace's past. I like that a lot. I'm gonna put that second to Impel Down. It was a really good flashback. We saw Sabo for the first time. He was solid as well. And then Ace. We saw Ace, how he was labeled as evil because he was the son of Goldie Roger, but then just the overall brotherhood between these three were solid. There was Dadan as well. We saw Garp coming back to what's it called, to the town, and then Dadan, bro. We saw in the post-war arc how scared Dadan was of Garp, but when Garp came back, she was pissed off. She was punching Garp and all that stuff, bro. That's just shows, bro. I think I cried. Yeah, I think I did cry. But that just shows you how much she cared about Ace, Luffy, and Saba. That was so sad. And yeah, post-war, solid A. Fishman Island. A lot of people don't like this arc, and I can understand why. It was just really slow and all over the place, in my opinion. Fishman Island did have some good moments, and we also found out some important information in Fishman Island, especially about the poneglyph and the weapons and all that stuff. And that one part where Luffy used his Conker's Haki, that was pretty good as well. It's either a B or a C. I'm gonna put it as a B. I don't know. I think Fishman Island, even though the villain was just not, Hodigen was fine actually. Just whatever. But then a lot of important information was in Fishman Island. Just because of that, I'm a big information guy. Just because of that, I'm gonna put it in B. Punk Hazard, yo, Punk Hazard was boring as hell at times, like, but still, Punk Hazard is actually more important than Fishman Island. Actually, we had so much information in Punk Hazard. We found out about the Smile, Doflamingo's plan, Caesar. Caesar was a bad villain as well. If you think about it, Caesar's kind of weak, to be honest, for a villain. But yeah, and what else happened in Punk Hazard? Smoker, when Doflamingo messed up Smoker, and then Aokiji came. Oh yo, that was so epic. I love that moment. Just because of that, I'm putting it B. But if that didn't happen, Punk Hazard would definitely have been in C. Yo, like with this beat here, right? Thriller Bark and Punk Hazard, they just have some really good moments that basically carries them into the B tier. Fishman Island, actually I might have to drop Fishman Island, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't think boy, is it better than Punk Hazard? Dressrosa. Dressrosa is a lot of people's favorite arc, and I could understand why, because we got introduced to Gear 4. Gear 4 and Doflamingo was one of the best fights in the whole show. I couldn't argue with that. And but just leading up to the fight took some time. I feel like the pacing in Dressrosa was really slow, so I'm not gonna put it in an S or no way S plus. A lot of people consider it to be an S tier arc, but it's just, for me, the pacing was a really big problem. It took so much time to get to the point, you know what I mean? Luffy like fought Doflamingo like 3 or 4 times. I'm not even kidding, man. But yeah, I don't know. It's either a B or a A. I'm gonna put it the lowest of the A. I reckon it's A just because of Luffy versus Doflamingo, but it's by no means like a very high A tier arc. Zoe is a really good arc. I like Zoe. Zoe was fast paced. I love fast paced. And then one big highlight of Zoe was Jack's bounty. Yo, when we first saw Jack's bounty, bro, I lost my shits. 1 billion. We didn't even see 1 billion before. I think the highest prior to this was 500 million, bro. So we thought like at this was 600, 700, but no, they went 1 billion, bro. And also Zoe is a very important arc as well. Like we found out a lot of information about the poneglyphs and all that stuff. So it was solid. Just because of that, it's an A tier. Where would I place Zoe? Actually, I'm gonna do the placings at the end. I'm just gonna leave that here. Whole Cake Island. Yeah, Whole Cake Island is actually really good if you think about it. It's actually really solid. Whole Cake Island was solely focused on, at the start, it was focused on Sanji and his whole history with Joma Sek and all that stuff. I actually liked it. I liked how, they take one character from Straw Hat and we could see more of him. I hope they do it more with more of the Straw Hats. But yeah, Sanji was a really good choice, and a lot has happened. We saw Luffy and Sanji go at it together as well. That was pretty sad when Luffy was giving his speech at the end. Luffy versus Katakuri could have been the best fight in the whole show. Yo, they went bazookas with the animation, bro. They went crazy. But the only problem I have with the fights is the pacing. Like, yo, we would have 5 minutes, not even 5, like 2 minutes of the fight, and then they would go to another scene, and then another 2 minutes of the fight, then another scene. It was so dragged. It took like way too many episodes too. Even the manga took way too many chapters to get to the main point. Bro, I'm just so disappointed. Luffy and Katakuri could have easily been the best fight in the whole show. It still is one of the best, don't get me wrong, still is. But yeah, we got to see Snake Man as well. The Snake Man form, that was pretty OP. And Katakuri is one of the best villains we've come across. Probably the most respectable villain. I like Katakuri. And yeah, Whole Cake as a whole is an A tier. An A tier arc. Okay, we've got Levelly. Oh, that's probably okay. That's the more political one. I remember that. Yo, I enjoyed this a lot. This is an S tier, bro. You know me. If I'm what's it called, given a lot of information, I'm hooked. All the information from this arc was quite interesting. You know what I mean? I might have to read it again because we saw the Revolutionary Army here as well. We saw Vivi and Rebecca, all of the kingdoms coming together to make a decision about the 5th Yonko. Am I mistaken? I think so, yeah. So, being Luffy, of course, I think. Yep, overall, this is an S. This is one of my... Even though it was so short, it was just so enjoyable. I liked it. Wano, finally, we've made it to the last one. Damn, okay. Since this is an anime tier list, I'm not gonna go into the manga stuff, so I'm just gonna talk about the anime. So from what's happened in the anime, we're currently in Odin's flashback. So far, Odin's flashback has been spectacular. Yo, the animation for the whole arc is so different and so crisp. I love it, and the animation definitely brings it really high. And then the story as well, yo, like the whole plan to take on Kaido, all that stuff. Kaido versus Luffy. Yo, Luffy got smoked, but still, like the whole fight was solid. Like Zoro versus Killer, that was also a good fight. There was a lot of good fights in Wano. It's just some parts were a little slow. That was just my only negative. But other than that, it was amazing. Like the biggest positive from Wano is the animation and the overall story as well. So for now, I'm gonna put it in S. But it has potential to either go down or up. With me, I'm not a heavy manga reader. I'm probably just probably like 3 chapters ahead of the anime at the moment. So I'm not sure how the story is going. But if it's going towards a war that's going to be like Marineford, it has potential to go up to S+. But at the same time, it also has potential to go down to an A. It just depends on the pacing and all that stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, for now I'm gonna leave Wano in S tier. And yep, there is my tier list. Let's just quickly sort and organize this tier list up. So, and there it is. There's my tier list. Finally, do you guys agree with my tier list or disagree? Like if you guys put Sabaodi S+, oh bro, I could definitely understand. Like I am itching to put Sabaodi above, but I just can't. Yo, actually, Sabaodi might be S+. Bro, I might get a lot of hate for this, but I think Sabaodi is better than Marineford. Cause so much more happened in Sabaodi if you think about it. Look, here's my reason. Okay, guys, listen to my reason. Marineford, there was just one objective: rescue Ace and all that stuff. Okay, a lot of great fights, a lot of great action. Okay, but that's all nice. But look at Sabaodi, so much more stuff happened. We got so much more stuff happened. It was just, yo, Sabaodi is so amazing. And now I think about it, I reckon it is better than Marineford. Yeah, I'm gonna put Sabaodi in S+. Some people might get mad, but I'm sorry, I'm putting it up in S+. If you guys disagree, like, it's fine, but it's just so amazing to me. Sabaodi, wow, like, I don't know, that's just how it is. But yeah, I can't believe I actually realized this now, that I like Sabaodi better than Marineford. I'm actually shocked right now. God damn, I might have to do this tier list again. Cause right now my mind's doing some bloody roller coasters at the moment. I don't know which one to. Oh, I actually don't know. But I agree with the S. Yeah, everything's fine now. Yep. Okay, that's it. Here is my tier list. Okay, that's done. If you guys agree, let me know. If you guys disagree, let me know as well. Yeah, make sure to leave a big like to this video. And if you guys have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help the channel grow. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care now. See ya.